is Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you play a song called Moody River by Pat Boone. We're going to end up capoing this on 3rd fret to match the recording. We're going to start off on a G major chord. When we play G major, first finger goes to A on the 2nd fret, the second finger on the low E string 3rd fret, the third finger on the high E string 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord, and it sounds really happy. Now you may also want to think about putting the 3rd finger on the B string, pinky on the high E string, and kind of working that for your G major. And then from the G on the intro and kind of on our chorus, we go to an E minor chord. When we play E minor, first finger stays on the A string 2nd fret, second finger on the D string 2nd fret. And if you strum all those together, it sounds an E minor chord, and it sounds really sad. Now you may also want to think about adding in the 3rd finger on the B string, pinky on the high E string, making that an E minor 7. That might be kind of cool to kind of use the 3rd finger and the 4th finger as kind of anchors through that intro. Now, strumming wise, you may want to think about kind of doing downs, and kind of an 8 down idea with muting could be kind of a cool, sneaky way to kind of intro the tune. Or one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So if you do the G and tried that a lot, you'd have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down. So you could use that for your intro as kind of G, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, G, E minor. Or a cool variation of that could be a down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 down. So you want to play around with that too. And we'll basically be repeating that for our intro, and our first part of our chorus actually kind of starts that same way, the G, E minor twice. And then we go back to G, but then you may want to go to a G7 chord. When we play G7, first finger goes to the high E on the 1st fret, second finger on the A string 2nd fret, and third finger on the low E string 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G7. It sounds really nasty. And that really helps point to C major. When we play C major, first finger goes to the B on the 1st fret, second finger on the D string 2nd, and third finger on the A string 3rd fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord, and it sounds really happy. Now while you're on C's, it can be kind of cool to lift off the first finger and add a C major 7. Or you could add in the pinky on the B string 3rd and get a C major 9. Or another way to play C major 9 is to do first finger on the D string 2nd, second finger on the A string 3rd, third finger on the B string 3rd, and the pinky on the high E string 3rd. Kind of work C major 9 that way. And then from the C we go back to our G, and then we go back to our E minor. So through our verse chorus we'll have kind of that G, E minor, G, E minor, G, G7, C, G, E minor. And from that chorus then we're going into our verse form. And our verse starts on the E minor, and then we do another E minor, and then we go to a B7 chord. When we play B7, first finger goes to the D on the 1st fret, second finger on the A string 2nd fret, third finger on the G string 2nd fret, and the pinky on the high E string 2nd fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds like a B7 chord. It sounds really nasty. Now randomly on the E minor through that, you may want to try and just leave the second finger on the A string and use the 3rd finger on the D string 2nd for your E minor chord. And that might make that a little bit easier to have the finger to hold on to between those chords. And then at the very end, we go back to our C major and our G major and then our E minor. So through that verse, we'll have the E minor, E7, and the chorus, you'll hear this cool little piano lick that you can kind of bring out where you can play 3rd fret on the B string 3 times, and then open E, and then add a 3rd fret on the B, and then 3rd fret on the B, open E, 3 on the B, open B, and then 2nd fret on the G, and then open G. So it's kind of that D, 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 E, D, D, E, D, B, A, G. It's kind of that idea around a G chord. idea. And then we'll basically be repeating those pieces through the song. Now the weird part is to play along with Pat Boone, though, instead of starting on a G chord, he's starting on a B flat major chord. So to play along with Pat, what you want to do is take a capo, and if you put the capo on 3rd fret, then now your G is really a B flat, and your E minor is really a G minor, and your C is really an E flat major, and your B7 is really a D7. But to take it from the very beginning, you can kind of work just that intro with the downs. Or the down, down, up, down. Or the down, down, up, down. Or you might want to switch between those, kind of depending on how you're feeling. Or you can even bring out that lick. And then from that intro, then we go into our first verse. So we're into our G, E minor, G, E minor, G, G7, C, G. And then from there, then we'll be going into our verse idea. So we have our E minor, idea. Now one other thing I think about adding to the song though is bass notes. And a lot of times on that first down, the down, down, up, or the down, down, up, down, you could throw a bass note in for the chord. So on the E minor you'd have low E for the bass. On the G you'd have the low E for the bass. And on the C you'd have the A for the bass. And on the E7 you'd have the A for the bass. So we try that verse idea with kind of basses. We have E minor, E7 to A bass. That one more time. So we have our E minor, E7, E minor, E7, E7, C, G. And then from there, then we'll be going back into our chorus idea. So if we tried our chorus with the bass down, up, down, up, we'd have G low E bass, E minor low E bass. Then we're going back into our verse idea. Now, if you know other licks around these chords too, feel free to kind of take this lesson any way you want to. Little arpeggios can be kind of cool too, kind of breaking open the chord a little bit, so you can kind of like a lick. And then from that verse, then we'd be repeating that verse for one more time. So you then we'll be going back into our chorus for our outro. So that's the basics of how you can strum through Moody River by Pat Boone. So good luck.